What's up, guys? Welcome to finally 2022 podcast series. Been a minute that we've done a podcast, so we'll probably be really rusty. And Lee's back. How you feeling, brother?
Hey, folks. Man, Robbie, it's good to see you again. Everyone out there, it's so great to see you. It's been a long time coming. It's been, well, for those of you who are not familiar, I had a heart attack on January 7th.
Not a
So
way
I'm
to,
basically,
not a way to start 2022. Gosh.
no. So I haven't done any ice fishing. But at any rate, yeah, on January 7th, my life kind of took a little turn, and but things are getting much better. This coming Friday, I'll be 6 weeks out of surgery, and I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Definitely starting to get my energy back. But that's definitely been the biggest struggle. But doing everything my doctor says, improving my diet, I'm taking my meds, everything good there. So I just wanted to say thanks, a really deeply felt thanks to all you folks out there that have reached out, commented, all the support has really been over the top, overwhelming. I cannot even imagine that many people even knew who the hell I am. So
Yeah,
pretty crazy stuff.
Wild. But,
Man,
oof.
thank you, everyone. That is,
Not
just, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So thank you very much. I'm excited to be back doing this. I cannot wait to get out fishing again. But until then, we're going to talk a little spring musky fishing here
Right.
today.
If you can't do it, might as well talk about it. So that's the game plan for today is talking about spring muskies, but we have a few things to talk about before that.
Yeah, we got one major public service announcement for the Minnesota Musky Expo. It's been, I believe, 36 weeks since there has been a Minnesota Musky Expo. And that's going to be happening on March 4th, 5th, and 6th at a new location. The location is the Warner Coliseum at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. And unfortunately, I'd probably be up to doing it by then, but I don't think I'm going to be at the show, unfortunately. A little paranoid about getting sick right now. That's probably my biggest thing is staying healthy. So I think I'm going to wait a season and have to return on the next year.
Right.
So I think I'll be up to it, how I feel. But I don't want to get sick right now. I need to focus on being better. So thank you, everyone. I'll miss you guys. But at any rate, so 36 weeks since the last Minnesota Muskie Expo, or 36 months rather.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that. But at any rate, it's going to happen in the new location. That was one of the biggest pet peeves I know people had. The previous location was parking. Parking should not be a problem now. So
that'll be cool.
Super excited for everybody to get back to that expo, and looking forward to hearing everything about it and all the new stuff and everything that happens there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should be cool.
And Lee, pretty cool hoodie you're wearing there.
Some
fresh merchandise.
I've had a little time to do little stuff. I got some new hoodies I just put on the website. If you want to see the back of it here, it's full on the back, just like so. And I also got some sun hoodies in the same design. Those are one-sided. Anyway, you got to have sun hoodies, man. That's like, I hate even wearing any other hoodie or any other shirt in the summer without that hood. I love being able to have that hood and keep that sun off you during the heat of the day. Anyway, so I got those. Be on the website. Leave a link down there, of course. But enough shameless self-promotion. Let's get into spring musky fishing.
Yes.
All right. Robbie, you had an amazing thing happen on our spring little musky trips down to Indiana.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that personal best Indiana fish.
First Indiana fish, I should say.
Was it the first?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
For me,
that.
I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, was it? I don't know. But either way, yes.
It might have been.
I'm pretty sure. But one of the first few fish ever on the horseshoe bucktail. That was just a heck of a way to start our 2021 season. 49 3/4. Throwing something different. All I got to say is about Indiana. That was there's a lot of muskies down there. And that was just super, super cool to start a year down there. I mean, we had action from. I mean, we were down there 2 trips and what, probably
Yeah.
40 fish each time. Probably contacted,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
just
At
under.
least typically 12 fish a day,
Yeah,
15 fish a day. Yeah.
yeah.
It was pretty awesome down
So
there.
that was a cool way to start. Um, but yeah,
How you caught that fish too?
that was just how did,
Uh, the
yeah.
fish is coming in. We'll play the footage here, of
Right, right.
course.
But yeah,
But oh my gosh, you tell it.
did we raise anything on that spot before that? That's what I'm trying to remember. Um,
Yeah, I caught that. I think I caught that 43 and a
the
quarter
day
on the
before,
Death
yes.
Paws
Yep,
minnow.
yep, yep.
Yeah,
It was kind of an interesting deal. It was on a rock
mid lake
bar.
hump.
Yeah, mid lake
Yeah,
hump. These fish were just getting off their spawn, so we were thinking bays right away, which we did contact some fish on the weed lines, but the amount of big fish that were present on that one mid lake spot was pretty incredible. So something to think about in your early season deals. I mean, it's not always just going into a shallow bay, casting small baits, and fishing super. How would you say that?
slow or
Slow and
yeah,
yeah,
finesse.
yep. Which does work, obviously, but going out to a
It is power fishing.
right, right, right. But yeah, I mean, it's not a huge bait, but it is a big profile bait, that horseshoe bucktail, and
Two baits.
that was crazy. That thing just flew right in, went into the figure eight. Thing inhaled the bucktail first turn, and then kept going. Wait, it went away,
No,
right?
you missed it.
Missed it. Yes, the thing
It
swam away.
missed the
Yes,
bait.
exactly. I should probably watch this stuff
Swam
before.
away. He throws back out to it, and the thing comes right back in. I'm like, she's got it.
That was just
It
crazy.
was on.
I think we only had it hooked for like 10 seconds. Lee was super quick with the netting job in the back of the boat, not the perfect spot for it. At least we got some footage of it. That's not
Yeah.
where the
Oh yeah.
cameras were, but super cool fish though. Came in on bucktails. I think water temps were just oh like
54,
54, 55.
52,
Yeah, yep. So they're
mid
in that
50, mid
weird.
to low.
That fish was definitely spawned out, and it was hungry. That's all I gotta say about that.
Robbie makes a great point, and that's something I think we definitely need to really, to mention a couple of times here is the fact that a big fish spot is a big fish spot, and mid lake humps produce big animals. They just do. Any spot where you've got an isolated hump that's out from shore, not connected to shore, especially, it can be somewhat connected, through secondary breaks or whatever, but it just seems like those mid lake spots will hold fish every time of year. Doesn't matter when it is. So, yeah, even our home waters back here, in Madtown, um, we run into really, really big fish on the mid lake humps right away early in the season. They're not just back in the loon crap, or duck crap or whatever. They'll use those main lakes structures. So
Another thing that was interesting about that spot is the amount of bait that was suspended, like on that 14, 15-foot break or whatever. I mean, there was bait really close to that spot, which obviously
right,
we had those. It was, I think we just came off a cold front, and we went there on a warming trend. So I think
true.
those big girls were up, warming up a little bit. They're close to bait. I don't know. It's just for whatever reason it worked out amazing. 49 and 3/4. That was just such a weird way to start
In
the season.
in Indiana beast,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't get
Yeah,
much better.
in that bait, a lot of that bait too, Robbie. Remember was really somewhat high in the water column.
Right.
He had fairly calm conditions, which kind of gets the whole ecosystem going, where you get that heating of the top layer of the water column. So
Yeah,
probably had something to do with it too.
that was interesting. Yeah, that bait moved a lot of fish, but I mean, the bait of that trip was definitely the little tiny death paws minnow. I mean, gee whiz, that was a way to start. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, that bait had only, quite honestly, caught one muskie the previous really late fall
Yeah,
on that
December.
river trip we
Right.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
yeah,
last
exactly.
our last trip of the season, and holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, to take a small jerk bait, suspending jerk bait, husky jerk is what we obviously used for years, and we just wanted to refine that a little bit and offer something that you could cast, easier. It's a 1 ounce bait. So, but yeah, that bait, the power of that bait, and how much feedback I got from customers that bought them, and how many fish were caught throughout the season, not only just spring, but spring, summer, fall, especially the cold water periods. Man, the Death Paws minnow. We'll obviously leave a link down there. A lot of you guys are familiar. Thanks for all the support. But that bait, where you can just leave a bait sit in front of their face and stop that thing, it is so deadly. Just, like a glide bait or even rubber, it's kind of hard to do that as well. So a suspending bait, there's a lot of power to a bait like that, especially when fish are neutral to negative.
The weirdest thing about that trip was seeing all those follows on that bait and the way they were come up to it and just open their mouths just a little bit. Like I wish we had an underwater footage of what they were doing. We couldn't really see it
Oh
on
yeah,
any of the GoPros or whatever, but it was one of the
yep.
weirdest deals I've ever seen. Like 90% of the fish that followed were doing that. It was like you thought they were gonna bite every single time, but they're just
Oh yeah.
breathing on it. It was really I don't know. I don't know how you get those things to bite.
There was no other bait that really got them that close to actually taste the water around the bait.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
one
So,
one mouth open, the thing would have got sucked right in there. I don't know. That was crazy.
and it did happen too. We
Right,
did catch some that
right.
way close to the boat. As a matter of fact, I recall one really big fish that did you raise it first?
Yeah, on a
I'm
flap
trying to
tail.
remember.
Flap tail.
That's right. That's right.
We had top
Robbie
water
raised.
action.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flap tail. So Robbie raises this, I believe, a true 50-plus inch class muskie,
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
it had
Had
to
to
be.
be.
It was giant.
it
It
was
was giant.
I mean, we
So it
just
comes in
yeah.
on the bait, paddles off, and then I'm like, "Well, I got the death paws on. I'm throwing back in." And sure enough, that fish came to the boat on it and actually opened its mouth, and it bit the rear of the bait. I tightened up, got a half a shake, and the thing just went teh, and that was it. But I mean, and that, as a matter of fact, those two, the big fish you caught, Robbie, and this one were basically on the same spot.
About a
So
month
midlake
later,
hump.
about 3 weeks later, I think was when we went back
True.
down there. That was
Yeah.
I think that was May, right? That second trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It
Yep.
was May.
Because nothing was really going on in Madison. but
Right.
yeah, top water
Yeah.
early. I think that first trip in March, we get two on flap tails.
Um.
I know I got
Can't,
smoked
two
on
on
a chop.
flap.
I know I got smoked on an XL chopper. Lost that fish, but I mean we were getting
Yeah.
top water muskies then too, so that was super
And then I
cool.
got one on a Boilermaker too at
Yeah.
after dark.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Number 10 boiler, so a big bait as well.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if that was the first trip or
I
second
think
trip. I can't
second
recall.
one. I believe second. It was a
Sure.
little bit warmer, but yeah, I'm looking forward to get back down there at some
No
point
doubt.
here. but
Dude, I'm telling you, you just never know what bait size style is going to work. Everybody says, early spring, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. I mean, just throw your whole tackle box. That's what's fun about musky fishing is all the different bait. Just wash your lure, see what they're going to react on.
right.
That's the advantage of having 2, 3 guys on the boat too.
Yep. Yep. Um, yeah, Indiana was a banger start. That's all I got to say about
For
that.
sure.
But Madison wise, was there any
Oh,
muskies caught?
yeah, dude. I just
Judging by Facebook, judging by what did Noah get any right off the
he
bat?
got a couple big ones right away.
Okay,
Walleye trolling at
sure.
night
Yes, that's right. Yep, I remember
on
that.
walleye baits.
Right.
So, like I think in like 10 minutes had like a 43 and a 48 or 47 right in there, a big one. Crazy. So, and I think that was the big fish for the month, as a matter of fact, was that 40, I think it was 47.5 incher, but trolling walleye cranks at night. So, night fishing in the spring is totally, obviously guys do it for walleyes, but for muskie, man, that water's clear. Those fish, man, they can see everything and they know when it isn't real.
Especially how the mad chain's kind of just changing before our eyes.
Yeah.
How clear it
Zebra
is.
mussels.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, night fishing might be a not a bad idea. I know 2 years ago. Well, it seems like every year somebody gets a 4-footer walleye trolling at night in
Oh
May
yeah,
over there.
for sure.
So I don't know.
No
Uh,
doubt. And I think there was supposedly a 50 plus this past
sure.
spring as well,
Huh.
night fishing. So
Yeah, the small little baits at night. That might be a thing. I don't know. Or just
the small
fishing at
bait
night.
thing, yeah, knife, yeah. I mean, because they can't see you. They don't get to the boat and see the boat. That's the big thing, and that's your clearest water of the season is early like that, early and real late in the year, both. So that's something to think about. Is definitely some
Yep.
night tactics early. So
Yeah.
the other thing that worked good, a couple of years ago, was the sight fishing. Robbie, man, you got freaking dialed into
That
that. That
was
was
crazy.
cool.
That was crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. The Virginia boys taught us something there. For whatever reason, Muskies like baits on the bottom, banging in their
Ooh,
face.
ooh, what's
the
that?
the way those things would inhale lure, I mean,
Wow.
just gone. Your bait would just be
Mind blowing.
gone. Just a muskie that looks like it'll never touch your bait in your life, and then you throw something heavy down there,
They, s-
1 ounce
yeah,
jig with a little tube and 5 inch tube, I think. Yeah,
yeah.
I
That's what
wish.
you're using, that gets it tube.
Yeah, all I gotta say is if I had a trailer the first time I was doing that trailer hook, gosh, it would have been
Yeah.
a 5 fish day. I mean, ugh, that was so stupid. But now you live
You
and you
should
learn.
show that bait on the
Yeah,
throw it
let's
up
show
on
it.
the screen
Yep,
while we're blabbing here.
yeah.
But yeah, that was amazing.
Yep, I hooked that one and gave it to Heidi's sister, and that was
Oh
that was
yeah,
awesome.
that was classic.
That was a cool
And then
fish.
when we went out the next time and
Yeah,
whatever, and the first fish we saw, like the thing was swimming like, I don't
fast.
know, 4 miles an hour
Right,
away from us,
right.
and you threw that tube out, and it locked into that thing in seconds.
Yeah,
So pretty
but
cool.
yeah, that's the problem though. I mean, you need a nice clean bottom, you need sun, and you
Sure.
can't have any wind really.
Calm.
So
Yeah.
you only get 2 or 3 times a
A
season to really
spring.
do it. Yeah, and I've been actually trying to get that dialed in up here, but seems like I don't know. First, what last weekend of May, June seems like those fish are kind of off that stuff. I
By
was on,
then.
yeah, I did see one this year. Saw one muskie up on a rock bar, and I flipped the tube at it and didn't do anything. But not like the
How big was that?
it was like probably like a 38 incher. Um,
Gotcha. Sure.
but yeah, that's what I miss about Madison. There's a lot more muskies there. When
I don't
you're,
know. This past season was definitely a struggle
yeah,
bus for
yeah,
for everyone out there. I mean, numbers of fish caught was really dramatically lower than typical. So, not really sure if it's the zebra mussels putting more fish deeper. Is there an abundance of really young forage that's out using the basin of the lake more so?
the lack
The next couple of years will tell.
the lack of weeds though on Wabisa
Yeah,
is pretty weird.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's just simply a lot less cover shallow than there used to be,
Right.
dramatically less. So
One thing that we didn't get to do, or did you get out one time doing it? 2 times? I know I didn't though
no,
this past
not
season.
this past season.
Okay.
No.
Is obviously, Northern Wisconsin opener, which means Green Bay, Fox River Muskies. That's a pretty cool place when it's going. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you just never know.
The sheer size of the fish available is astronomical now. I mean, the stocking efforts that everybody is, done. It's been a lot of work to get there, but look at the quality of fish that are coming out of there. It's world class, obviously. So,
Yeah, I
I mean, they're
noticed.
getting up to 57, 58-inch class fish. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is nuts. I know this past season, what it was some super major cold front on the opener, and then it got super hot right away, which always is the
Yeah,
kiss of death up there. Is when you get that super. I mean, obviously some guys will catch them, but that's also because there's 300 boats
there's a
out there.
lot of guys.
I mean, you can always luck out on that body of water, but yeah, when it gets hot that fast, I mean, those fish are there, but it definitely seems like they just get. They don't like it. They don't bite. But it seems like you need that
It's
cold,
weird.
cold spring, which we have been kind of getting. But I don't know. It'll be
True.
interesting this year. Um,
Well, there's more and more people doing it every year, obviously, and they're you know looking at fishing more. They're exploring more and more water as well, which
mhm.
is obviously created. Like 2 springs ago, Robbie, you had that giant just swipe and miss on that
Oh yeah, on the
Boilermaker spinnerbait.
spinnerbait. Jeez, that would
Oof.
have been a cool way to start the season.
Oh my god! I
That thing
mean,
was a whale.
legit
Yeah.
40-pounder thing was a beast.
That thing was a that was a big fish. But yeah, that was one of Lee's and I's little recon missions, doing something different, getting out of outside the Fox River program where
The
you
normal.
follow boats around. But even then, all those other tributaries, they're pretty pounded now too. So it is what it
Right.
is. I mean, we're all looking for our biggest muskies out there, so it's just what it is.
Shamu.
um,
I know back, I can't even tell you. I think it was, so long ago, definitely in the mid 2000s. I mean, I saw several giant fish all the way up to Egg Harbor. I
yeah,
mean, there's fish up and down that whole thing.
right.
So, and way less pressure and way less fish the farther you go north. But, hey, man, I mean, look at the Menominee, the fish that we've been
Right.
able to catch out of the Menominee and that have been caught there. Just, those are some beautiful animals as well.
Yeah. No, it's a cool place. Definitely probably should get there. Well, kind of depends on weather, really. Because the Northwoods
Yeah.
takes a little bit to get heated up, judging by all the snow we have now.
Ugh.
It's good
No, thank you.
19 inches of snow the last couple of days. And about
I, c-
40 minutes,
yeah.
40 minutes north was 30 inches. So, yeah.
I
Yeah.
can see bare ground today, Robbie, when I looked out the window.
Oh, yeah. That's
So,
what I heard. What, it was like 40 degrees this weekend?
it
Wasn't it
was,
warm?
we had a 50-degree day in the last week, too.
And it was highs of 10 with northeast 20 to 30 up here. Blizzards. We had well did you, no, I
Ha
guess
ha ha.
I guess you didn't get that up did you get the alert on your phone? The winter squall warning?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did get the winter squall. The winter squall.
Yeah.
That was serious stuff, man. I'll tell you. There was stuff flying around out in the yard, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. That was wild. Uh I don't know. We did get yeah, I went snowmobiling the day after. That was fun.
There you go.
But
You got to do something up north,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it gets a little old. But, yeah. But moving on. Yeah, nothing really happened in May other than Indiana. Um, Probably can start off with our spring in northern Wisconsin, which actually wasn't too bad. Didn't get any big fish, but we were consistently getting a few bites here and there each day. Number one bait, I would say, the spring was Death Paws minnow, 8-inch navin, and then pelagic swim bait. We were just it was basically summer fishing. And
Yeah,
just ripping
true.
weeds. I mean, it was pretty dang simple. Even though the water got warm super fast. I mean, I was talking to Pete Rich, who's a guide up here, and it seemed like the fish were in the same location, just like by the calendar of the year, as they would be if it was cold and a normal spring up here.
Sure.
They're on the same spots. Nothing really was different. But yeah, those were some miserable 80-degree flat calm days,
Yeah.
though. I mean, just brutal. But we were able to. I mean, the big windows were definitely early in the morning. Um,
Hmm.
it was got a few in the afternoon, but it was cool. That one guide trip we got that beautiful tiger on the pike
Oh, yeah.
for floating
Meat
that kind of
fishing.
boat. Yep. This year definitely
What do you call them?
the
Sliders? What do you
sliders.
call
Yeah,
them?
they slide right down. But hopefully could find some suckers this spring. It'd be great to find some 8, 10-inch suckers, have on the back of the boat. I mean, we were moving a lot of fish that first 2 weeks. I mean, we were having 10 fish follows.
Sure.
Some of the lakes near to Hayward. Um, but the water was super
So,
clear. That was the weird thing too.
yeah, that's right. You guys didn't get a good bloom until
No,
super late
no,
last
the
year.
water was super clear. I mean, we were seeing a lot of fish that way. I mean, but
It's great to look at them.
yeah, but
It's better to catch them.
right, absolutely. Um,
So when you were talking about like a minute ago about the spots, kind of the same spots as you would,
yeah.
depending on the calendar year. To tell everybody what you were
Um,
like, what type of spots,
so the cabbage wasn't
what were you referring?
um cabbage wasn't necessarily all the way up yet. I mean we caught fish on that cabbage that was just about growing. I don't know, it was probably maybe 2 feet on the surface where normally it's all the way to the top. We were fishing
Gotcha.
just regular, summertime points, and the fish were there. Uh,
Sure.
there's one day though in particular, there was a big cabbage bed, and just kind of a, cause you could see the upcoming lily pads. And instead of fishing that edge, which 8 to 12 foot edge, we were actually up on top of the weeds, really far, casting super far into the lily pad edge, and just ripping pelagic swims through the weeds.
Oh
Which, if you
yeah.
guys haven't
Yep.
tried that yet, it is much easier than ripping a Medusa through the weeds. Just rip that swim bait. It's perfect for customers that I had on the boat because they could work that thing right up on the surface, rip through the cabbage. It stays pretty dang weedless. But yeah, just ripping it fast over the cabbage and getting it. Yeah, I mean, it just triggered bites on those super warm days. Those fish were shallow still, but it was just 80 degrees. It was really confusing. I don't know. It wasn't like, I don't know. It was a weird spring in that way because
It
my
was
first
summer
day.
like fishing early.
Right, fast. We were fishing fast.
Yep.
Although on those days that really did suck, death pause minnow though, working it slow, that saved a few trips, no doubt about that.
I have this now too. I have a 6.5 inch version. If you guys haven't seen that,
Aluminum lip.
um, yep, it's got a metal lip on that. It's big enough to throw on your musky gear, so you can use your 80-pound test and big, your assault sticks, whatever rods, um, for that big bait. So otherwise, the little death paws, you got to throw that on your bass gear, your 50-pound braid, have a little bit of steel, light steel in front of it. So anyway, but yeah, the pelagic swim, I'm trying to make some more. Just hopefully I'll have some ready by the time you guys will need them.
Right,
So
right.
that's the plan here, because
Yeah,
I am out right
yeah.
now. But
No, that was surprisingly a good. I mean, I wish I had
just jerk fishing.
right. I wish I had people straight retrieving it though, seeing if that was just as good as well. But you get locked,
Sure.
you get action doing one thing, and then everyone gets stuck doing it. So,
Right.
um, top water wise, yeah, didn't really happen till in heat of summer. I can't really think of a
Yeah.
fish that we caught top water fishing in northern Wisconsin.
And he walked the dog early.
No, no, nothing like
No.
that. But Michael did good, just throwing blades. Decent. I mean, he's fishing more trophy bodies of water where you're looking for that one few bites. Um,
Sure.
but yeah, blades were good for him right off the bat. But yeah, top water wise, not so much. I tried a few, about I don't know, probably 3 or 4 days, just focusing on fishing the basin, and had one day. I don't even know if that turned out to be. Yeah, it did turn out to be a video, but it was a super windy day. Um, I just went out into the basin, tried finding a bait fish, and there was some. I'm driving around. I had one line out trolling, and finally I looked down at my side imaging. I was like, "Oh wow, that's a muskie!" Like finally, you could see it clear as day. Side imaging this year was just. Last year I didn't really dial in on it as much, but this year I felt very comfortable at what I was seeing, and holy
I'd
cow!
say.
I mean just the usefulness of that tool is just crazy. Just knowing that there's a muskie by your boat is just I it would be really hard to not have it if after the
Let me
last year.
say this. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's
It's
too good.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm fishing on the bow. I don't have any graph on Robbie's boat when I'm
Yeah.
up there fishing up by Hayward. And, I'm just lollygagging. I'm just, flailing away. And he's like, yep, here's a fish. He's doing his figure eight. And yeah, here's another one. It's, 30 feet out this way. No, a little more left, and then boom, then he's on the fish. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I,
no, it's when they set up on that edge of the
it
weeds, it
works.
is. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool.
It's a tool. I say I hate it because I'm old school,
Yeah,
but dude, it works. It is you have to.
yeah. Well, fishermen get better. Definitely less
Yep.
fish up here, or
Yeah,
maybe not less, but definitely smarter fish. I mean, these things are being caught with Canada being closed that one year. I mean, it brought up a lot of people up here in the Northwoods.
for sure.
Um, Hopefully next year though, it'll be a little less people. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
that's
people fell
true.
in love with this area. But
Yeah.
speaking of people, it's the Birkebeiner this weekend, Lee. The big
Oh,
American
are
Berkey. Yeah.
are you in? Are you up for
No,
that?
no, not participating. I'll probably be
No.
bartending though. It's gonna be a busy weekend.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, back to the open water story. I was really
Oh yeah.
trying to catch a fish open water. The only day I really saw it work, like fishing the boat, was with you and Rick down in the Fox Chain.
Oh sure. Yeah,
That was
that
crazy.
was stupid.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that was quite a few years ago, but doesn't matter. Muskies are muskies.
right. What first
Yeah, we were
time throwing
fishing.
Poseidons?
Oh yeah, like it was the brand. Rick had three Poseidons, and all three in the boat. And this is on the Fox Chain in Illinois, and we're fishing the basin. We're fishing basically 20, 20 to 25 feet, I
Right.
think it was.
But the shad
And
there though, it's just there's
yeah,
muskies out there.
yeah. But yeah, just throwing that beside, not even counting it down, nothing. And I think that the one day we had action from, I was like 18 fish or something, and
Three or
caught
four.
two or four. I can't. It's been a number of years,
I
but
think we did it.
some quality fish,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. No,
mean,
that was crazy. So that's after seeing that, I've always wanted to see that again. But
obviously, a lot of guys watching this
right.
are familiar with open water fisheries in the spring. The Indiana fisheries are pretty hot. Obviously, earlier season Lake Vermilion and some of the basins up there have just guys have done some serious damage catching some really big animals up there.
Yeah.
Open water suspended. Just
It's
yeah,
changing.
there's fish in open water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the less
Inside image, obviously, and
and live
of
scope, of
course,
course. Yeah.
pan optics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
yeah.
That's another ball game. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'm there yet with the panoptics thing. It was cool sucker fishing though, I will say.
Yeah. Wow.
That's nice to have, just to know that there's muskies chasing your suckers. But yeah, the whole spring thing, just driving around looking for them is I don't know. I don't know yet.
I don't know. The one thing about muskies, any time of year, if you're not getting them shallow, if you're not getting them out deep, suspended, they're somewhere in between. So they're always somewhere, and you just got to figure that puzzle out. And it's different every year, and it's probably most important due to food. They want to be where the food is, and that's where they're going to be. Where's their next meal? Um, so that's where going to be. That's where they're going to be. So that's the one thing, day in and day out, no matter what time of year it is, you have to look for where they are. And obviously, the side image is such a valuable tool to be able
So
to figure
efficient.
that quicker,
Right.
so much quicker.
All right. Yeah, I mean we can
But
go out and be like, wow, we haven't side imaged a muskie all for 4 hours. That means they're not there.
they're not there.
Right.
It's pretty
Because
simple.
yeah, it is kind of sad though, having to look at that screen all the time. But it is what it is,
Oh,
I
I
guess.
just fish with you and let you look at it. I'm old enough now. I'm the lazy guy, and, and
That's fine.
but no.
Yeah, it is crazy though. But hey, Lee, you stepped up. You got one this year, man.
What's that?
You'll
No,
be
yeah, no, yep, yeah. I finally plan on doing more fishing than ever. That not ever, but more fishing than I had the last couple of years. So yeah, upgraded with some side imaging, and I know one thing I'm looking forward to, obviously, getting out for the first time. And most likely, getting out for the first time for me this year is going to be everything goes good. My progress keeps going good. Will be the Florida Keys in April. That's hopefully that's the plan. We'll see if that's going to happen. But I think so. I think a little R&R time down there would do me some good.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
yeah,
I hope so.
I,
That would be some
oh
crazy
man,
stuff. I know we did that.
yeah.
What is that now? When we go down?
2017 was when we were
2017.
down there.
So 5 years.
That's a 5 years, dude. We're going every year. I know you've been going,
Right.
but I'm gonna go every flipping year.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no way I can
No.
miss that.
Ugh.
I don't want to talk anymore about it because I'm gonna get all worked up about it.
Can't have
But
that.
no,
Yeah.
it's hard enough to sleep at night thinking
Right.
about it. But yeah, I don't know. What could we say in a nutshell about springtime muskies is just, you have clear water a lot of the time. So, I mean, look for them. Use your graphs, use your electronics, and use your eyes to look for these fish. And, they're not always doing one thing either. That's another thing, obviously, we've
Yeah.
found time and time again. There's fish doing basically a little everything most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a very painful time to be musky fishing. Most days, I
it's
should say.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I've never been a big fan of it. Robbie,
Oh yeah.
where we fish
Don't start till
growing up here.
first week of June.
June. Yeah, I don't even think about it.
Right.
Can you catch them? Yes. Will
Yeah.
you every day?
No. No.
It's way easier to catch them every day in the summer.
I do think though, up north, these fish are so used to it, those colder temps. So
Yeah.
maybe
Yep.
it seems like they fire sooner. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
theory on it. Because we'd have
Well, look at the Green Bay fish.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like the colder the spring it is, the better the bite is.
Yeah. No, it is weird. That's what happens. I mean, fishing the artificial system like the Madison chain. Those artificial
Right.
muskies.
Yes.
It's all different.
We like those. They're fun.
Yeah.
I know they're all fun. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Predictable.
Did you hear anything east of like Pewaukee and all that? I don't know. I didn't see
heard
much.
a little bit Pewaukee early, but yeah, just super spotty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. The weather is just so extreme, it seems, in the spring the last number of years or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's about it with spring muskies. Summertime muskies are more fun, which we will get to that here eventually. But I hope you guys do enjoy. We did get some cool content this spring, and
yeah,
I hope you did enjoy that footage. Though that was pretty awesome. That was one heck of a way to start the season.
We almost had two super monsters
one day
right out of the gate like that, and I had the one nice 43.5 or whatever that was on Death Paws, and just
that's crazy.
Yeah, just so much fun.
Yeah, those southern fisheries are nothing to
to sneeze at.
They're good, man. They're good.
And there really wasn't. I mean, there was people around us, obviously on the weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
But what about the one we had trolling? We didn't even mention that.
I suppose that's an open water
thing.
deal again. Yeah, I mean we were marking bait. Yeah, just half a cast out there, little tiny bait.
Yep. Threw this stupid little Death Paws out, half 3/4 cast length, put it in the rod holder. We were just dying. It was so
hot,
calm and hot and brutal. Like you're hiding from the sun, literally, and eating some barbecue. I'm pretty sure it was.
Mm-hmm.
And the rod goes off, and I mean this flipping 45 to 49 incher. I don't know how big that thing was.
It was a wide one,
probably a 47, 48.
Yeah,
it was a big animal. And just didn't quite get her in the net.
Yeah. No more netting by the tail. Sorry about that.
Head first.
I wish the thing would have stayed on.
God, what a beautiful fish.
Why it didn't stay in the mouth was dumb. I'll blame it on that.
So, yeah, it just did not happen.
Yeah.
But we got some great footage of it. That's for sure.
Flopping over the T-Wiz.
Crazy.
But yeah, spring muskies.
So,
it's coming up here. Eventually.
No doubt.
Even though when I look out the window
Oh,
right now, it's not. Jeez, so much snow. It's so
yeah.
different than Madison, dude.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I'll
Uh,
stick down here. It's a
yeah.
great place to visit. I don't know if I want to live
It's different.
there.
No doubt about it.
I'll leave it for you.
Yeah. um. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess basically just a reminder too for all those making it to the end here. The Minnesota Musky Expo coming up the 4th, 5th, and 6th of March here. Sorry, we're not going to be there, but you guys can go and have fun, enjoy the atmosphere of the show. It would be pretty cool to hear about all that. Um, let's see here. What else, Robbie?
I don't know. Ice fishing
Well,
is really not
yeah,
looking real good for Lake
no,
Superior stuff. That's for sure.
no.
Yeah, the day we were was what Wednesday. Last Wednesday we were out, and this on Friday that spot blew out. So just that lake
Bye
is
bye.
scary. Scary now with they got 30 inches of snow up there. I mean, I don't even know if you can really drive a snowmobile up there. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see the reports. Um, Saturday looks warm. Got my dad coming up, and I don't know. See
Nice.
if we'll go fishing or not. But it's gonna be hard.
Might be hanging out at Garmisch.
Yeah, yeah, yep. That's for sure. And hopefully, just keep getting some guests on this podcast here. Um,
Yeah, we'll get this rolling
get this
again.
rolling. I'm leaving comments below if you guys enjoyed this from last year. Seemed like you guys did. We had some awesome
For,
conversations last year. So, uh,
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Comment below who you'd like to for us to have on if we can talk them into coming on and chatting with us.
yeah, absolutely. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Spring Muskies is coming eventually here. Getting more excited
Yeah,
as each day goes on. The days are
definitely.
getting longer. Finally, it feels like finally coming over that winter edge, and we'll be fishing here soon. But hope you guys enjoyed. Lee, I'm glad you're back, brother. It's good to see you.
Oh man, thank you so much, everyone. I just cannot even express the gratitude of everyone reaching out to me and commenting, and just overwhelming. So
Yeah,
thank you so much. I'm doing good, doing better. Just working on getting my energy built back up. So thank you so much. Afraid I will not be at the shows this year, but you can always go to leadlures.com, and we're putting stuff up as often as possible. So the show will be on my website. So thank you so much. I guess we'll look forward to the next video where we'll get together with one of the musky guests that we have, and obviously I think we're going to do a summer
yep.
and
Summer
fall
and
one of
fall one.
these too.
Yep,
So that's the plan.
that's the plan. Yeah.
Jeez, good to see you again too, Robbie.
Yep.
Looking forward to getting on the water with you.
Yeah.
Can't wait till Florida Keys, baby.
That's fingers crossed.
Saltwater muskies. Hopefully, I'll be ready to actually hold on to
Right.
a rod with a
Yes.
tarpon on the
Right.
end.
Right. No doubt. I'll grab
We'll
it for
see.
you. Just reel it in.
As long as somebody hooks a fish,
Right.
I don't care who it is.
Absolutely. Folks, thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
We'll see you on the next one.